Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to show you the best way to start a Google Maps campaign. Watch this! Alright, so what's going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to show you one of our premier clients, which is Knoxville Electrician. They're practically ranking for every keyword for electrician out in Knoxville, Tennessee, right? And I just want to show you how we did it. Now, a couple of people are going to say, well, that's because the domain name is Knoxville Electrician and that's why they're ranking for those keywords. Well, yeah, that's part of the reason, but it's not the full reason, because you could type in Brooklyn Electrician and you'll see, where that's ranking, or Miami Electrician. They don't necessarily always rank on top, and especially in the Google 3-pack, even though you have an EMD, which is an exact match domain name. So in this video, I want to show you step by step what I did, and better yet, what you could do to help you rank in the Google 3-pack. All right, guys, so let's go over the website first of all to start. One of my pet peeves up on top is giving the client too many choices, or giving the visitor too many choices as to what to do. If you notice up on top, it just says call. It doesn't have their Facebook, their Twitter, their Instagram pages, as well as an email address and other ways to get in touch with them. It's just call. We don't want to confuse the visitor. Now, in the main slide, as you notice, we have the location and we have the keyword. That's what you want as the H1. Now, a helpful app that you could use is called SEO Minion, and you could download it. It's not an app, it's an extension, I'm sorry. And you could download this from the Chrome store by just going and typing in SEO Minion. And whether you use the full functionality of the map or just use this, which is the on-page SEO checker. And what this will do is this will check all the H1s, H2s, and so on and so forth on the website. So if you're trying to rank higher than Knoxville Electrician, well, you want to have better and more content on your website, and you want to have better H1s and H2s and H3s and H4s and so on and so forth. But the only way to check that is to actually download this app. It's a free app. It's called SEO Minion. I will put it in the description below so you don't have to look for it. Okay, but as we scroll down, you'll notice that our tags all have to do with being an electrician and being found in Knoxville, Tennessee, right? So I'll notice on a lot of clients' websites, why they're not ranking is that these H1 tags, H2 tags rather, will say something like, family owned for 10 years. And, that's great for the client or the visitor who's coming to visit your website. It's great to see that your website is, that your business is family owned, or, been around for 40 years, but it doesn't do much for Google. So what I'd like you to do is take a look at your website, pull this website up, and take a look at your website, put it side by side, and see how it differs, right? See how it differs, okay? That's what you want to do. You will notice that also we tagged the photos on this website. See where it says Foster Electric? It says this on the photo. So we branded some of the photos. See that? Right there. Okay, the reason why I'm showing you that, because I need to show you how important photos are in the next slide. All right, so guys, what you want to do is you want to download this Chrome extension called Geolocation Changer. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to change your computer's location. So I'm in Tampa, Florida right now, but in regards to Google, Google thinks that I'm searching from Knoxville, Tennessee. And if you're doing client work, you want to see what they are seeing. So you put it in their zip code, or you put in their town, and this way you could see the results as if you're seeing, as if they're seeing them. You see the same exact results. It's called a Geolocation Changer. It's located in the Chrome store. So just download it, and it'll show up right here in your browser. So once that's installed, right? I just did a search for Knoxville electrician, and you will notice that all my pictures are right here for Knoxville electrician. Excuse me, I live next to an airport. I should probably take this out of the video, but all right. So you'll notice that all these pictures are showing up. That's not us, but most of our pictures are showing up here for Knoxville electrician. So that's another thing that you want to do. You want to make sure that you tag all your pictures with the keyword. I say this a lot in my videos. You want to tag it with your keyword. You want to tag it with your name, address, and phone number, which is your NAP, and also your logo. Now, once we create these photos and we put them on your website, we also put them on your Facebook. We create Tumblr accounts, Blogger accounts, Instagram accounts. We really try to get these pictures out and circulated on the web and shared. Once they're shared, and once Google deems them popular, they will start listing them in the image search. And why is that important? That's important because the image search is also relating to the Google All Search and the map search. So you want to make sure that when you create images, that you brand all your images. And once you brand your images, you share them on all your social media, including Web 2.0s. That's real important. If you want to get the results that I showed you in the first slide, that's what you have to do. Share your images. Don't ignore your images. All right, so guys, so like I was talking about in the last slide, I was talking about, placing your logo, your NAP, which is your name, address, and phone number, and your keyword on your image, and then taking that image and sharing it. Well, one of the things that I see that most people don't do is when you do a Google post, so you go to your Google My Business and you're going to do a post. Most people who watch this video are pretty advanced and they know how to do Google posts. They'll just take any old image and they will just add that image to the Google post. Well, what you want to do is you want to take a relevant image. You want to add your logo, add your NAP, which is your name, address, and phone number, and you also want to add your keyword. Now, when you're creating your post, you want to create each post around a keyword. So for example, this post is about electrician in Chattanooga, and that's all we're talking about here. Okay, then we have links going out to the Facebook, and this may be, I think this is the map, right? And then we have the call now, so on and so forth. But we've taken this image and we put it on Tumblrs and Facebooks and Instagrams, and we tweeted it out. That's what you want to do. You don't want to just take this image and post it on your Google My Business and that's it. Because the goal is to get that image so popular that when somebody types in electrician Chattanooga or Knoxville electrician, that only your images show up. When only your images show up, Google sees that you're the best choice and you will rank either in the Google 3-pack, there's other factors, or you'll rank organically, but you'll be up there. You'll be on the first, you'll be somewhere on the first page. So guys, one of the tools that I like to use is called whitespark.ca. I'll put that in the description in the links below. But the reason why you want to see, why you want to use whitespark.ca is because you can see your competition's citations and you could order the same ones. Now, you could order them through Whitespark. So all you do is you just check mark all the ones that you want, and then you send them over to Whitespark, and they could build them. I also gave my source over at Fiverr, which is Virtual Girl 2010, and she could build some of the citations, right? But between Whitespark and my girl on Fiverr that I use, she doesn't know who I am, but you know, you could just check her out. It's Virtual Girl 2010. You know, you could send her over a list, and then she'll build all the citations for something like $2 a citation or something. Put in all the information. Then she'll give you all the username and passwords in case you want to update your account. That's something you should always do, is when you get citations, is keep the username and passwords just in case you move your locations. You need to change that. It could be quite a hassle later on, trying to find a username and passwords for 1,000 citations. But yeah, definitely use whitespark.ca. They're a company out of Canada. And once you get your list, either have Whitespark create the citations or download the list and send it over to, go to Fiverr and send it over to this girl, Virtual Girl 2010, and she'll take care of your citations. But, you know, you want to make sure that you have, I don't know, somewhere around 350 citations. That's definitely a good start. I get a lot of questions. Can I order all my citations at once, or could I just drip feed them a little at a time? No, citations you could order all at once. You could order all your citations at once. That's a real good thing to do. You know, get your 350 citations all at once. All right, so guys, this is what I'd like you to do. I want you to go over to Craigslist and put in your town. I put in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I want you to click in local news. And in local news, it's free to post something. So this weekend or next weekend, you should consider doing some type of food drive or something for the community during COVID. Why do I say that? Well, two reasons. One, it helps the community. And second, if people are dropping off food, they have to use their Google Maps directions to get to you. And it's showing that people are driving to your location, right? So everybody drops off cans of food, and then you go take them to the local food bank at the end of the day. It's really not a big deal. But you may be able to get, 5, 10, 15 people to use their directions, right? To use their directions to come to your location. That's definitely going to give you a boost. Now, once they're there, maybe you could give them something like a $5 Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts card to give you a review. Using the keyword Knoxville electrician or Orlando DUI lawyer, whatever your keyword you're trying to rank for. Let me say that again, just so you create a Craigslist ad. You have people who use their directions to drive to you. You're doing something good for the community. Once they're at your location, pick up a couple of $5 Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks cards. And if they give you a 5-star review, give them the $5 card. It's a great way to get reviews and also get directions coming to your store. User signals are super important to Google. That somebody actually put in their map directions on their phone and they left a review. And that's something that you want to do. Geez, if you could do that once a month, right? If you could offer parking for the Super Bowl coming up this weekend, if there's a bar across the street and you could offer free parking in your lot, and you know, people would just come to your location, they would use Google Maps, and then you could give them a $5 certificate, they could give you a review. That's a great way of getting some user signals. All right, so that's just a little hack that I wanted to throw in there, and hopefully that will help you. So when I'm building keyword pages for a client, I try to go after the low-hanging fruit first. Now, if a client already has a GMB set up and their website is attached to that GMB, well, Google is going to start to collect information. That information being keywords they're being ranked for, or keywords people are looking for them for. So what I will do is I will go over to Insights, see where it says on the top, it says see new profile performance. This is all within your Google My Business. You just click that, scroll down, and I'll see the brand name, which has the most amount of searches. And then I'll also see electrician near me. Chattanooga electrician Chattanooga. And what I'll do is, well, for these 4 keywords, I'll just create one page called Chattanooga electrician. So it'll be forsterelectric.com or knoxvilleelectrician.com/Chattanooga electrician. And then what I will do is I'll just add these keywords to the page because they're all very similar, right? They're all very similar. So I wouldn't create, do not create, abcelectrician.com/electrician Chattanooga and then abcelectrician.com/Chattanooga electrician. It's the same thing. And same thing with electrician and electricians. Google sees that as the same thing. That's called duplicate content, and you'll actually get a penalty for that. So if you see that your top 5 keywords are very similar, create one page for that keyword and just sprinkle in the remaining keywords because they're not drastically different. Right? I hope that makes sense. I could create a whole video just on what I said there, but I hope that makes sense. But that's a quick way of finding low-hanging fruit, is already to see what keywords Google sees you popular for, what keywords your clients are looking for you under, and create those pages. Now, if you already have those pages created and you're not ranking, add more content to those pages. There's a good chance that those pages don't have enough content. Take a look at your competition and see how many words they have on their pages, and then take a look at your page, and you'll notice that you probably have a lot less content. So you probably want to add, another 5,000-6,000 words to your page. Let me show you a place where you could get content. All right, guys, so in regards to writing content, there's something called on-page content and there's off-page content. On-page content is everything that is on your website. That's called on-page content, everything that's on your website. Everything that's off your website on other websites, presumably with a link coming back to your website, that's called off-page content, okay? So when you're writing keyword pages, you want to make sure that you have the right content on your website. What do I mean by the right or the correct or the best content that a lot of people say? Well, I'll tell you what the wrong content is. content saying that we're the best. We're the best. We won 10 awards. We're family owned. We're 40 years. It's a tradition handed down by our grandfather. That's all well and good. That's very nice, but you're not going to rank a website that's all you speak about. Google wants to give its users, its visitors, the best answer to the question that they're looking for. That's what a search engine is. Somebody's looking for information, and your website has to give the best information. So how do we go about giving the best information? I found this tool 2 weeks ago or so. It's probably the best tool that I've found in the last year or two. It's called phrase.io. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm not an affiliate. You don't get anything. I don't get anything if you sign up with Phrase. But let me show you what Phrase does. I typed in for one of my clients DOB violations and statute of limitations. I typed in DOB violations, Department of Building violations in New York City. And what this tool does is it grabs all the top websites, right, and puts together like a little guide from several different websites. And what I do is I take this guide and then I just export it and I send it over. See right here? See, like a PDF. I just create a PDF and I send this guide over to my writer. So you could send this over to somebody over at Fiverr or somebody over at iWriter, and you let them know you want them to answer these questions and you want them to write what is, what is the law 28-210.1, illegal residential conversions? And here's where they could look it up. Right here, we give them a link right below. So they could look it up and put it in their own words, right? So when I say, get the best content, you need to, as the person who's looking for the content, need to give proper direction. Getting the best content, I was lost for that for many, many years. I would watch many people on YouTube talk about the best content. And it actually got to the point where I went on a site called Upwork and hired a writer for $200 per 100 words or something like that, because I wanted the best. He was a New York Times writer. He wrote for the New York Times, supposedly. And I paid something like $1,000 for a couple of hundred words. And I couldn't rank that page. That page didn't get ranked, but I was just listening to what everybody was saying, which was, get the best content. You need to create an outline, and you need to answer the questions that people are asking about DOB violations in New York City, right? You need to come up with the best content. So this tool called Phrase will do it for any industry. If you're an electrician, if you're a plastic surgeon, if you're an accountant, and you're trying to write for an accounting page, a certain accounting page, you put in the term and it will create an outline. You take that outline and just send it over to your writer and tell them you need, 500 or 1,500 words, and they will write an article. I've used Fiverr before. There are some good writers. Nobody that I could really recommend. I haven't used anybody Fiverr in about 6 months, so I don't really remember any of the writers there. But you get some good articles also written over at iWriter. I'll put the link in the description below. iWriter, and but pay the most. Don't pay the, I think it's $5 for the first level. Pay the $20, for the best writer. You could also go over to Upwork, and you could hire people from the Philippines. They're native speakers. They speak English great, and there are a lot of good writers there. You can get some really good writers over at Upwork. Send them over this document. Let them know the keyword that you're writing for, and they will write. The thing also that I like about Phrase is it lets you know how many words you need. See right here on the right hand side, 1,701 words, right? how many links you need coming back to this page to rank, how many images you need on this page to rank. So Phrase is a great tool if you're trying to rank keyword pages. Now, you may say to yourself, well, I'm trying to rank in the 3-pack and I'm not necessarily want to rank in organic. Well, get the best content, because Google wants to know that you know what you're talking about if you're talking about DOB violations. And if that's a 3-pack keyword, Google wants to see on your website, do you have the right content on your website written about that specific keyword? Okay, you do? Great. Do you have reviews using that keyword and your location, right? Your geolocation. And are people coming to your location using directions? That's another great signal. Also, make sure in your reviews that you answer all your reviews, even your negative reviews. I had 2 or 3 fake reviews years ago, and I answered them. I just said I didn't see them in my database. And they didn't, because they weren't real reviews. But, you know, you may have a bad review and maybe it's unwarranted. And if you don't see them in your database, maybe you have to question them, you know, on your Google review, saying, hey, I'm sorry, I don't see you in my database. Is it possible you mixed this up with somebody else when you gave us this review? You know, because that does happen sometimes. And it also looks good in your Google reviews. So, guys, I hope this lesson helped. I hope it answered a couple of questions in regards to you know, ranking in Google Maps. I think that's real important. Make sure you have the proper keyword pages. Know how to write, give an outline to a writer. You know, where to send this, you know, this platform, where to send this out to, the template rather, send it out to. You can send it out to, you know, iWriter or Upwork, or you can use somebody over at Fiverr. You know, that helps. And I think this was a good lesson. I think if you follow a lot of the rules that I laid out here, I think you're gonna have great success ranking in the Google 3-pack. My name is Brett Moletta. My email address is brettmoletta@gmail.com. Feel free, if you are having issues ranking in the Google 3-pack and you need some help, feel free, shoot me over an email. Let me know some of the keywords that you're trying to rank for. I'll take a look at your website. I'll take a look at your keywords, and maybe I could help you. Maybe you don't have a website yet, and you don't have any rankings, and maybe this is just too overwhelming for you. I could help you with that also. But I try to give you all the tools so you could do it yourself. That's why I do these videos. I do these videos so I could help you, and you could help yourself. I don't hold anything back. I don't hold anything back. Everything here that I'm showing you is stuff that we do, that I have my guys do, everything that I'm showing you. So hopefully this helps you. Guys, take care of your family. Throw away the garbage. Walk the dog. Feed the dog. Throw out the garbage. Make the bed, right? Kiss your wife or husband. Play with your kids. Check their schoolwork. You know, that type of stuff. Don't sit in front of the computer all day. Right? Don't sit in front of the computer all day. Take care of your family. That's real important. All right, guys. Until tomorrow, thank you for watching my video today, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Take care.